you ask any successful entrepreneur to identify characteristics a business that is about to take off would have, these are some of the responses you would probably get. A great location, loyal customers, a clear vision and business model, an in-demand product, and strong brand recognition. If you then asked a group of people to walk down 4th Street between Broadway and Lafayette and point out which store on the block is thriving in 2012 because of these characteristics, I can guarantee that almost everyone would say the MLB Fan Cave. It sits on the corner of 4th and Broadway, attracts dozens of baseball fans every night, and offers a hip place to hang out, eat pizza, and watch 12 games at once. It's the obvious choice for the fastest growing business on 4th Street, but it's the wrong one. The answer? Other Music. A local music store that is all the above qualities without any of the flash. Other Music's product? Vinyl records. That's right. The fastest growing business on the street sells vinyl records. Other Music was started by Josh Medell in 1995 to be just that, Other Music. It opened around the corner from behemoth Tower Records and offered an alternative to the generic 90s pop being sold to the masses. Medell wanted to be different from the get-go, but never thought that vinyl records were the answer. He opened Other Music just to give people another option. We loved underground music, Medell told me, and in 1995 we felt like there was not a great store in New York City that was really supporting all the great scenes and labels around the world. Other Music struggled to stay open during the cassette and CD era, almost shutting its doors for good a few times along the way. But the new millennium ushered in a whole new set of problems for all music stores. Digital music sales and file sharing brought the record industry to its knees, and many stores, including Other Music's self-appointed rival Tower Records, closed for good. According to Business Week, 1 out of every 4 US record stores that was around in 2002 was closed by 2005. Medell realized he wouldn't survive selling CDs in the Napster era. His business was going nowhere, and its future looked bleak.
Some people say there's a golden light, you're the golden light. And if I chase after you, doesn't mean that it's true.
Other Music was able to stave off bankruptcy by keeping its expenses low and customers happy. Medell's store was barely scraping by. In 2008, he realized that to stay alive, he would need to adjust. He started holding exclusive in-store shows and really promoting the store within the community. It kept a small staff and tried catering to the real music lovers in the East Village. This minimized approach, along with an online mail-order store, helped move Other Music in a new direction. Medell always kept a vinyl section in the store, but in the late 90s, most of his sales were from CDs. The only vinyls being sold were classic rock and some deep cuts. People never bought new releases on vinyl, until they did. In 2008, vinyl inexplicably started selling again. Medell really isn't sure why people wanted their music on vinyl, but he thinks that the internet, ironically enough, brought it on. With easy access to music from all genres, there was an information overload of sorts. People want to feel intimately attached to their music, and the impersonality of digital downloads doesn't cater to this desire. Medell explained to me, listening to an LP is a fundamentally different, more intimate experience than the experience of digital music. Sound quality, artwork, and the physical nature of the music give the listener a closer connection to a great album. True music lovers yearn to own a physical copy of their favorite albums, and Other Music catered to these customers. Aaron Licksheen is a regular at Other Music. Since he first started collecting releases on vinyl a few years ago, Aaron has bought over 60 LPs. He thinks that, for any music lover, collecting vinyl records makes a lot of sense. Why people buy vinyl is really inherent in why people love music, Aaron told me outside of Other Music. Music talks to people's personal side. When I hear an album I really love, I feel like it's mine. I don't want anyone else to listen to it, unless it's on my recommendation. I feel like the band is talking to me and me only, and that the music was written for me, so I want to actually own it. Aaron's reasoning makes total sense for why Other Music's brand of indie and alternative music is what's being sold on vinyl. Pop music fans, by definition, can't feel a personal relationship to the music they're listening to. They want to hear the flavor of the week, and their choice of music is more socially driven. This also explains why music, not movies or television, find its consumers buying a vintage form. As far as I know, there aren't people collecting their favorite movies on old film reels. People don't have the personal feeling towards film that they do towards music, so there's no reason why anyone would spend money to watch their old movies in worse quality. And while the comparison between movies and music is a fair one, vinyl records aren't even inferior quality. Aaron explained to me that while it might be technologically outdated, vinyls has depth that an MP3 simply can't match. Anyone who truly cares about the music they love should want to hear it in its optimal form. When I asked Aaron if maybe people are only buying vinyl because it's hip, he qualified my thought. He said that buying a vinyl isn't hip the way buying Ray-Bans or Clarks are, but that their sudden popularity is more of a counter movement. Aaron told me that, I buy records because it's a tangible sign of my love for an album. I could have downloaded this album for free, but then it would just be another album. Anyone could do it, and in my library, it's just one of hundreds. But owning the physical copy, that's another level of love. Downloading an album for free shows a lack of devotion to the product. It shows that I don't care about supporting the artists who made the music. But spending $20 on a record I could buy on iTunes for $7? I'm not just a fan anymore. I'm something more. And that's what other music has become. It's no longer just a record store, or that other music. It successfully caters to a profound longing felt by its customers. It's thriving. It's something more.